Libra, I'm here to give you a 2024 New Year wild card read straight from the hip with lots of lip. And we are looking at what energies are in play for you in the coming new year. We're going to dive right into it. We're not going to waste any time. This is for any significant Libra placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto. A significant placement in that 7th house, or if you are an Aries rising, that makes you a Libra Descendant, and you may find a lot of resonance with this read. Remember, it is a collective read. These reads are predictive in nature, okay? So not all of it is going to resonate with you right now. Visit a few months down the road and just touch base, and you'll get a clearer view of some that may come in that may sound unfamiliar to you. I know that 2024 is going to be an interesting year for you because I felt compelled to use the occult deck with you, Libra. So that always means it's going to be an interesting time when there's a lot of alchemical action in the mix. It makes sense to me, Libra, because you are at the South Node, which means you're smack dab in the middle of that transformational work of closing up big time karmic cycles, preparing to head into your North Node, spinning that fate into a bit of destiny. So let's see what 2024 has in store for you, Libra. What does 2024 have in store for Libra? What does 2024 have in store for Libra spirit? What does 2024 have in store for Libra spirit? 10 of Swords. Whoo. I mean, there's a big ending happening here. There's some major cycle that you're closing out. I think you've seen the worst of it, okay? We're just getting a basis of how you're entering 2024. I mean, you definitely did not have an easy ride in 2023. There is something that really was a bit intense that you closed cycle on here. But I do feel that you are getting to the other side of it. It says build houses and high towers, destroys an enemy's thoughts and desires, and all they have built gives good familiars. I told you it was going to be interesting for Libra, okay? Libra, the 7th house, you know, it is all about love and marriage and all those kind of rose-colored glasses, you know, Disney fairy tale things, but it's also about the house of straight up open enemies. 2023 was a time when you dealt with outright opposition. Not everybody wanted to see you climb, but I think you have built something for yourself. You are standing on it. You're up in your tower. Some may say it's an ivory tower, but I think that you were able to really get one over on those who opposed you, where they thought that they could keep you small or hold you back. They were not successful in their attempts. And I think that actually you're in the process right now where you're about to see that energy really turn around. You're getting to the other side of it. You got some people who are on your side. I got that. You got some loyal people in your corner. These are your good familiars. They're helping you out. They're helping you along the way. I also feel you have good familiars in the form of bird messengers, okay? So do pay attention to bird messengers when they come in. Notice what directions they are flying in. It gives you a little bit of information. Notice how many are in the flock. Notice their behavior. All of this is there to communicate some information to you. Some of you may have actually already felt this connection with birds coming through. Crow medicine coming in very strongly. Raven medicine coming in very strongly. In Native American astrology, Raven is the sign, the birth totem for Libra. Okay, so you may feel a big connection with ravens. I'm also getting that piece of crow coming in, which Raven and crow medicine shares a lot of similarities. The difference with crow medicine is it has a lot to do with karmic law. And so I do feel like there's a major karmic cycle that's closing out. I think that with the bird coming in here so strongly, and I'm noticing this bird has a sword, you're about to be illuminated to some truth that was eluding you up till now. I feel like it's coming in through a message, through some kind of communication. And I think when you hear about this, you're going to be like, ah, yes, there is justice after all. It has that feel, okay? So you weren't able to be held back. And I do think that some of this does cut like a knife, but it feels so right. A little of that Bryan Adams invoking here. You know, I mean, the sort of truth, it can cut, but at the same time, it feels good to just know what's true. I think you were kind of trying to figure out what was true and what to do for a while, but you're very clear now. And you made some choices based on that. You cut off some people, places, things, and this is what has been the foundation of you building your future upon. Again, look at this. Yeah, you dealt with some major injustice here. Justice in the reverse, okay? Are these, oh, look at this. This deck is all mixed up. Okay, let me get this corrected right now. Because I did just pick up this deck and I didn't do a check through, okay? Ooh, you might need to have another look at something, okay? You might need to check through something, Libra. Through a message that comes in. Yeah, these are all these are all mixed up. Something's really mixed up here, okay? There may have been into situations you were grappling with, okay? Maybe this was intentional. Maybe somebody was purposefully trying to throw you off the track or was trying to create confusion in a situation for you. You know, I just grabbed this deck. Isn't that interesting? So I feel like this is a message coming in as you close things out. How you start out a journey is very important. You know, you want to start out on a strong foot. So I feel like there's some little details that you might be overlooking right now that you need to be very mindful of, right? Before you really can step into 2024 in a strong way. I also think there's certain pieces of the puzzle that have been missing. And there's something that closes out this year where you get a piece come in. I feel like that piece comes in through communication, and this alerts you about some kind of injustice that has been done that you aren't aware of. And it's actually something that's been making things a lot more difficult for you than it needs to be. It's like once this missing piece of information comes in, it turns everything around. It's so mixed up. I keep getting that that's what this message is with this, because everything happens in a reading for a reason. I always usually go through my decks and make sure that everything is upright, but I did grab this one rather impulsively, okay? So I think that this is a big kind of a highlight for you, that you should be very leery of doing anything impulsive, especially as this juncture is going down between 2023 coming to a close and stepping into 2024. Don't be rushed into anything. Don't just jump on something without really taking the time to understand all the working parts of it, or you'll be sorry. I got that, okay? Now that I got this all straightened out, let's see what we got here. Justice, tell how the angels fell, reveals the past, present, and future, teaches the liberal science. Okay, so yes, I think that with this coming up in reverse, there's a lot about what went down that you don't have all the information on and you don't understand. And these may even be some people that kind of like fell from grace in your mind, you know, people that you thought that you could really count on or you could really trust, sort of turned turncoat on you. I got that, okay? And there's something that's coming through here that's going to be revealed to you. For some of you, not all of you, I don't know why this is coming in, but this could be even a teacher, somebody that you viewed as a teacher or a mentor that kind of like was doing something a little behind your back that was holding you back from really advancing on your path, okay? There's some information coming in that's going to alert you about this injustice, and it's going to give you that missing piece, you know, the thing that you need to move forward. All right, one final cut, and then we're going to dive into the shuffling to see what's coming in. This is all just to get a baseline of how you're entering into 2024. 9 of Cups. I like that. Okay, now you're moving into a strong position. You're going to be in a position where you're going to find that personal gratification that was eluding you. There is some wish fulfillment that comes in here. I do see you entering in 2024 in a very strong position once this piece of information falls in your lap. I do got that. It's like a key that opens up the door of opportunity. It says here, teaches logic, ethics, and the value of herbs and stones can make one invisible, helps one to be intelligent and long-lived, can recover lost items and find treasures. Again, I feel like somebody interfered in you receiving something that was earmarked for you. And this is something that you're not aware of, okay? You may think you're aware of it, but you're not, okay? You might have sensed, you might have had an intuition about something, but there's some missing piece of information that's coming in that's going to make this very clear to you. And then once you understand this, again, it has this teaching piece. So it might be connected to a teacher, a mentor, somebody you viewed in that way, an elder, somebody you looked up to, okay? There's something here. You're going to discover the answer to this, and this is going to allow you to turn things around in this situation. You're going to be able to recover what was lost or what was swiped away from you at the last minute, right underneath your nose, I got, okay? So this is somebody that you're familiar with, and this person has not been outed to you yet. All right, let's see what is going to continue to come in now that we know what the basis of the matter is. What's in store for Libra in 2024, Spirit? What's in store for Libra in 2024, Spirit? What's in store for Libra in 2024, Spirit? Everything's getting reshuffled. Isn't that interesting? Your hand of fate is getting reshuffled. Okay. Maybe it was on the fence for a while, Libra. I don't know. Some of you may have been, you know, kind of moving a little, I don't know, a little sketchy, but maybe you pulled it through in the clincher. Okay, I have to bring it in because that's what's coming in there. You might have been taking some risks. You might have been being a little dicey with your moves in 2023. I do feel like a bit of a kind of like a wild goose chase energy, like you feel like your energy was really drained by stuff kind of leading you awry, you know? And so there might have been a point when you did make some moves that you didn't think all the way through, and it could have been dicey there for you a little bit, Libra, but it looks like you're going to find a way to pull your way through. Okay, this coming up in reverse. We got the Star in reverse, okay? So yeah, I do feel like you open up 2024 just sort of feeling like, well, this is kind of where it's at. You're doing the best you can, but you're not really seeing a way through yet at this point. And I think you're feeling kind of ambivalent, you know, right now. Maybe you feel like you should care more about things that have happened, but I think that you just kind of went through so many shifts and changes and people kind of, you know, surprising you in 2023 that you're sort of like in this place where you're not so sure, you know, who you can really trust at this point. And that might be a little bit of a sabotaging influence. I mean, at the end of the day, Libra, you can trust yourself. So let's start there, okay? But it does say here can cause love or hate, can make one ignorant and without sense, delivers familiars from other magicians, can move one from place to place, but it's in reverse, okay? So I do feel like this is part of why you kind of are trying to figure out the lay of the land as you enter in 2024. It's sort of like you enter 2024 with this sort of mind frame where you're like, well, anything can happen. I'm prepared for anything, right? I do think that you are ambivalent. You know, some people may say you're kind of like gone cold, or that you're detached, or that you're fickle. I don't think that's the case. I think that you're in this place right now, Libra, where you're just trying to stay neutral. You know, it's sort of like, show me. You know, I don't want to hear anything anymore. I only want to see what's going down. That's what I'm going to base it on. I'm going to base it on what's actually showing up. I'm not going to believe words that are told, promises that are made anymore. some people may say you're a bit jaded, okay? But I think you've done what you needed to do to get through the obstacle course. It was 2023. All right. You may have been ignorant to certain things before. You may have been in a place where there was just stuff happening. It didn't make sense to you and you were trying to figure it out. But I do feel like that stuff's been illuminated for you. You're not ignorant to what's going on anymore. And I think you're also realizing that, you know, you do have to be aware that not everybody is upfront with you, that there are people that move a little bit manipulatively, and you need to be, you know, you need to be live to that. You can't just ignore this. And so it does feel like you're more kind of just sort of staying in your own sphere right now. You might not be as social as you normally were. You might be keeping to yourself or a very small inner circle of people that you know you can really count on. And you're just trying to get more a lay of the land before you make any bold moves in 2024. I feel like it's almost like just sort of dipping your toes in as you start the year. It's like, all right, let's kind of like figure out how we want to move forward from here, because there's been a lot that's sort of been disrupted. Okay. Bottom of the deck, strength. This could have something to do with a Leo. Okay. There may have been a Leo in your situation that was problematic. This may be something that was causing problems in the past. All right. But I do see that you're going to have the strength to overcome this situation. You're going to get to the other side of it. And it says here, builds towers or destroys stone walls, causes rough waters, and finds witches. Okay, so this could have even been somebody who was doing some thwarting work, was trying to dim that star. For those of you who are doing any kind of work that puts you in the public eye, this may have been to just as I said that, blocking energy. Okay. If you're in any kind of online work, or if you maybe have had some kind of success or forward progression that's kind of shined a light on what you're doing, and maybe you're in the same field as somebody else, or they want to be in the same field as you, there might have been a little, I have to say, it's you are overcoming this. You've transmuted this energy. You're getting to the other side of it. More blocking, okay? It's also Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde is pretty gnarly. And I normally would just record it on video, but I have to say YouTube has been pretty slow with the uploads recently. So I prefer to just get these messages out to you and just stop myself when I notice the feed falls out, okay? So we'll make sure you don't miss any of these messages. Yes, and right behind this strength card, what do I see here? I see the Ten of Swords. So again, you're going to get this piece of information to find out who's been doing what, that's been working against you. And this is finally going to give you that missing piece. So you actually might have this trail a little bit into the opening of 2024. You might not get the full story and understand all the people involved and what was going on back there until you're like well into February, I got, okay? So some missing pieces are coming in for you. Look to this. There might be a Leo in connection to this, somebody with a strong Leo placement. I do definitely feel it's somebody you've dealt with in the past, okay? With the strength card here, strength always deals with matters of the past that are coming up again, and you have a certain strength this time around to effectively deal with the situation and overcome the challenge. I feel like the strength that's coming in for you is this information that illuminates who the fly in the ointment's been, and has been kind of like eclipsing your energy, so to speak, or just making things more difficult than it needs to be. It does say witches, so this could be somebody who did some kind of working. If they did, I feel it was like to kind of, like I said, like kind of cloak your energy or block your success in that way, all right? For others of you, it's that they projected some image onto you. They did a lot of gossiping about this. They spread a lot of rumors. and they try to really slant the way you're viewed by the public, okay? When we're looking at the star, we are looking at online activity. We are looking at visibility, okay? Having some kind of platform or having a light shined on what you do in one way, shape, or form. And I feel like this was something that was done to cast you in a bad light, okay? Let's get some more information about this situation. Anything else that wants to come in here, Spirit, around this situation? What will be the result? What's on the other side of finally getting this bit of information and facing this challenge? Any other information you want to give? Okay, we got something there. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Ooh, yes. All right, we got quite a bit coming in here. Very interesting. Okay. Page of Swords to the Nine of Swords. Okay, so this is definitely somebody that was likely doing something online. They were kind of like throwing rocks, hiding their hands. I can't help it. I see the archer here, so it makes me think of Sagittarius energy, to be honest with you. And with the Sagittarius energy, we've got Nine of Swords here. It says causes great battles and wars, causes wounds to putrefy. Okay, this is old grudge energy stuff here, right? So this has something to do with like bad blood and a little bit of behind the scenes activity with the Page of Swords. It says here gives answers of past, present, and future, reconciles friends and foes. Okay. So there could be something here that has caused worry or stress, and maybe at the basis of it, there was a Sagittarius that was central here. Something is transforming in this situation. I feel what's going to be transformed is that this information is going to come in. It gives you answers of the past, present, and future. And it causes some reconciliation, and maybe even with some people that at one time you weren't, you know, in good standing with, okay? Something gets worked out here. But this is happening behind the scenes. I also feel like you get access to this information covertly behind the scenes. When this message comes in, this person's like not going to announce it. In fact, they may ask you to keep quiet about it, not share, you know, that they've let you in on this. And it's because they don't want to be implicated in this situation. Maybe because they know how gnarly it can get and they don't want to deal with the same hassles you did. But there's something that's transforming here. There's some kind of healing that's happening. There's some kind of getting over something that happened in the past. Now with this, we have the Ten of Wands, the Fool, the Seven of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Emperor. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Yes. Ten of Wands, again, we got Leo energy right here. This is somebody who made some moves, you know. They threw their hat in the ring in this situation. They were trying to kind of play some people like pawns. At one point, they may have thought they had the upper hand. It says causes and cures diseases, tells secrets and things hidden, can make one shapeshift. Okay, so I feel like the information is going to come forward that's going to out this person. And this might make this person suddenly like, oh, suddenly they're like very like amicable and they want to work things out with you. And this, now this person's on your side. And it's because they know that they're on shaky ground here. They could feel like, you know, they're being exposed. I got that with the Seven of Swords for something they did that was really shady back there, okay? They thought they got away with it. They did it behind your back, but it says right here, returns items and punishes thieves and reveals hidden treasure. Again, they tried to get away with something that wasn't theirs, all right? And there's something here that's going to be illuminated about this that's going to put you in the loop, and it's going to give you the upper hand, all right? With the Hierophant here, we have a definite yes. You know, you're going to get this new beginning with the Fool energy here. You're starting a brand new cycle. Nothing that was going down in the past is going to have any resemblance to what's going down for you in 2024. You being in the South Node absolutely demands that, Libra, okay? It says gives understanding of animals and the voice of the waters, answers of things to come. Again, I feel like you're in this place where you're doing a lot of alchemical work. Again, pay attention to the birds. That message already came in for you. There is this piece about you finding a lot of grounding and empowerment from connecting with nature itself, that this is a very key, important piece for you. It also allows you to really remember that connection that the earth is what provides for us. So there's something about you finding a lot of peace and strength and stability when you connect with the elements. And also, I'm getting those bird messengers coming in for you. Really pay attention. They give you some kind of illumination. I don't know why I got that coming in so strongly, but I do. And then the voice of the water. So I feel like when we're looking at water, there's really a need to give the emotions voice. And maybe you've been kind of like holding stuff in. You have a lot of pent up emotions. You'll have a lot of things you haven't expressed. And maybe this is going to be the start of creating more safe spaces where you actually bring your emotions forward. Maybe you have felt like you kind of had to keep everything in because it looks like you didn't necessarily have the most supportive environment around you, okay? But I think that there are answers of things to come. They will be revealed to you, all right? And there is some new start forward here. And you do have spirit on your side. I feel like you're coming into alignment here with an emperor type energy, all right? And this is somebody who is an ally, you know, this is somebody that, you know, you can trust. They know when to hold their tongue. They know when to keep something between the two of you. They know when to keep things secret. I'm noticing that with the cat medicine here. I'm also seeing frog medicine. This is a lot about spiritual cleansing, which makes me think of those waters, the voice of the waters. So I think this person is here to also purify some secrets. You know, they have some things they need to tell you. They have some things they need to get off their chest. There's some kind of transformation happening in this situation. It has everything to do with like pulling everything that's sabotaged out at the root, okay? So new things can grow in this situation. And it says here, teaches astrology the virtues of the stars and the houses of the planets and how to understand them, transforms men with dignities and finds favor with friends and foes. Again, there's something that is being pulled out at the root. I feel like it's somebody who is really interfering in your situation that was causing problems. Once this thing is outed and it's pulled out of the root, like pulled out of the sphere of influence, everything is allowed to transform and heal in this situation. So this is really about you. Just don't act impulsively. Give some space, give some time for things to develop so you can see the lay of the land. I feel like you're stepping into 2024 on sort of like the precipice of activating your destiny. You're preparing to step into this really strong, like emperor type energy. And when we think of the emperor, we do think of Aries in the north node, okay, Empress Libra in the south node. So I also feel like there's something that's being transformed in a key relationship. It's bringing you into harmony where you were on opposite side of the fences because you're pulling out everything that, you know, was kept hidden, everything that, you know, was stuffed down emotionally, everything that was sabotaging this at the root. You're able to find your way to come into harmony, to have reconciliation, to have some kind of healing here, okay? And this transforms matters very much so, all right? But there's some work to be done in this regard, and there's some information to come forward. I feel like it's going to come forward from this emperor. And when this emperor steps forward and gives you this information, it comes in like a bolt of lightning. It's almost like a tower, but it's not a negative tower. It's more like blow your mind kind of tower, like you had no idea this was going on. And this is what allows you to start a brand new cycle with the Fool. So just at this point, characters that we have on the board, we have Aries energy, Taurus energy, Leo energy, Aquarius, Gemini, your energy. Yes, and that's what we got. Oh, and Sagittarius, okay? So any of these characters could be factoring into your situation, all right? And let's go ahead and do a cut of the deck here And I want to move on to another deck to see what else is coming in. So it looks like a little trail over work. Knight of Cups. Look at this. Then you have some kind of romantic advance coming your way. This could be somebody with a strong water sign placement. They don't have to have a strong water sign placement. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But this is somebody who is coming forward. They want to share their emotions. They want to speak from their heart. And it says, calls us all the love that may be, both of men and women. So there definitely is a desire here to heal things, to reconcile, to get things in a good place where it feels good. And it's through a sharing of emotions. Look what's on the other side here. Fur, 10 of Cups. All right. It definitely looks like there's some fulfillment coming in here that perhaps was delayed because of some kind of interference that was going on behind the scenes, and you not having a full, picture of the situation. Creates love between man and woman, creates thunder and great storms, gives answers on divine secrets. So I do feel like there's a little bit of the hand of fate at play here. I do feel this is activation of your North Node, you coming into alignment with your Emperor or your Empress. And there's this piece about this is going to cause kind of like, I feel like it's going to be a shock when this thing finally all comes together. It may even shock you. You may think you know what's going to happen. You think you may have a sense. I feel like it's going to surprise you. There's some element of surprise here, the way this all comes together. And when it does, it helps you really understand a little bit of the mystery, a little bit more, if you can grok that. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's some kind of real spiritual connection piece that comes in here that helps you really get that, at the end of the day, Spirit knows what they're doing. Things are going to pan out in such a way that though it may not make sense as you're entering into 2024, it will once it's really underway. All right. Okay, let's pull out some more cards here and see what we got going on. All right. Some of you also may be getting more into astrology. This may be something that's really speaking to you. Some of you may be thinking of investing in this as a career direction. You may have some very creative ideas with astrology that you want to implement. It's not something that you're aware of right now. I feel it's more something that will come upon you as you get further into 2024. But in some way, there might be an astrological component to the work that you do, and something that you're going to create that uses astrology, but in a very different or innovative way. And I feel like this will be very successful for you. Some of you are starting to get more interested in your charts. You want to know a lot more about just your own, inner makeup and how to kind of take advantage of that. You're really starting to use that as a blueprint for moving forward. What do I want to use with you all? I think I'm going to get this glow in the dark deck here, this black light deck here. Two of Wands, you're getting a new view of your future after this information comes in. Okay, I think you got a clean slate. You may have one idea of how you're going to be moving forward in 2024 as you step into the year, but as you get this information, it's going to totally change your view. Okay, that's what I thought. What does 2024 have in store for Libra? What is coming in for Libra in 2024, Spirit? What does 2024 have in store for Libra? What does 2024 have in store for Libra? 8 of Hearts energy, but it is 8 of Hearts in reverse. So I feel like you were walking away from something, okay? There's something that you thought was done. It was in the past, irreparable, okay? No way for this to be mended. I feel like this is reversing, okay? With the 8 of Hearts coming up in reverse. This means that a decision that you made is going to be reversed once you get the full picture. I feel like there's pieces missing here, and you're making choices right now, maybe a little bit impulsively, but the choices you're making are based on your current understanding of a situation. once more information comes in, it really has a big effect on how you move forward. And you might decide to turn back around and head in a direction that you thought you were walking away from. Okay, let's get some more information here. What is coming in for Libra in 2024? What is coming in for Libra in 2024, Spirit? What is coming in for Libra in 2024? We got Queen of Clubs energy. So I do see that you're very independent here. You may have a strong fire sign placement in your chart. You could also be dealing with a fire sign placement in this situation, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I see you in this position where you're feeling very independent. You're feeling very much in your element. You're very fire forward. All right. I don't think that you are feeling like the need to rely on anybody necessarily as you're moving into 2024. I think retaining your sense of individuality is something that's very important for you. And I do believe you've also been really like rebuilding your sense of self. You know, maybe you feel like you got a little lost there for a minute, or you weren't feeling quite like yourself, or you felt a little bit out of your element. I think you're really finding your element. You're discovering what that is. This may be in the realm of work for that to come in on the tail end there of that other message. Okay. Let's see. Tell me about this. What is this sense of independence that's coming in here? What is this sense of independence and empowerment that's coming in for Libra in 2024? I feel like you're also like in the process of, you know, maybe updating your image, especially if you do any kind of work online, if you do any kind of work with the public, or where, you know, you have to be kind of on display. You might be doing a little bit of reworking with your image. You might be putting more care into your physical appearance. Some of you are going to like do something with your hair, or you're going to, you know, get some new clothes, change up your style a little bit to more accurately reflect where you're at now. Yeah, I feel like this definitely could have something to do with your work and just making progress, you know. You feel like, you know, it's time to really invest in what you're building here. You might be in some kind of telecommunications field or networking field. You might do work online. You feel like you can move things forward if you get dialed in a little bit more. You know, your presentation here too. I feel like this isn't just with your physical presentation. I also feel like it's around what you want to offer, okay, in terms of your work. I'm getting sentience around this. There's some kind of new idea you're going to get here that has you looking in a totally different direction. And I think that there's something that you're really going to want to invest in after you get a little bit more information. A lot of like information coming in that was missing before. Some of you are going to get some kind of investor in your situation. There's going to be a lot of communication about this. Something. Isn't that interesting? Right as I say, move forward, it's like, block that energy. We know you got some energy that doesn't want you to move forward, but there is a moving forward here, okay? I don't see this moving forward happening. Only going to be more as you head into March that there's moving forward. Something's been held up here. It is coming in with the Jack of Diamonds energy. Could have been an earth sign energy that was holding things up. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? The earth might have been putting out fire, all right? Do you see how that works? We have the Queen of Clubs here, fire, covered, you know, by this 8 of Clubs in reverse to the Jack of Diamonds here, all right? Slowing down for progression. Again, of bringing your fire forward, of stepping into the position you're meant to be in, okay? So there's been a delay here. This delay is still here, but again, you're waiting for that information, and then you're going to get a clear view. It gives you a different view of your future. All right, what's this about? Yeah, something that was thrown out of balance with the Two of Diamonds, okay, that you had to move away from. All right. You had to move away from this because it was causing too much imbalance in your life. But there's a little divine play that's going to bring this back around. And this could very well be somebody that's like a romantic partner that's coming into view. I mean, you're facing each other. It looks like you've warmed up to this character. There could have been like a player energy that was in the mix that knew that there was somebody coming forward towards you that really wanted to invest in you, somebody who really wanted to make a firm commitment in you. And I think maybe you walked away from this energy, or you were thinking of walking away, but your mind is going to change. We see you are looking at each other here with the King of Diamonds to the Queen of Hearts, okay? And now this Jack of this Jack of Clubs energy is feeling a bit like the joke's on them, like they're the ones who got played in this situation. This could even be like a reformed player energy, I have to tell you. It's got those vibes, okay? It's got the vibes of maybe somebody who, you know, thought maybe they wanted the fast life, thought maybe they wanted to have, you know, a lot of options, you know, and maybe they saw that you meant business and you were like, no, I'm really holding out here, you know, I want somebody who will invest in me. That's what my heart wants, and I'm going to follow that. And maybe now they're realizing like, oh man, maybe this person's used to really getting people hung up on them if they like spark some kind of competition and you were just like, I'm out. You know, now this person's realizing like, damn, you know, I played myself because this person is going to head toward that commitment. Okay. So this might be where the turnaround is. Somebody might not want to be a player anymore. Tell me about this situation for Libra. Tell me about this situation for Libra. Give me some further information about this situation for Libra, Spirit. Player's remorse. I just heard. Yep. Player's remorse. Player's remorse. There's that Ace of Clubs. Okay. Yeah. This is somebody who was very much like motivated by, you know, their carnal desires. Okay. That was their main focus. They might have been sampling a bit, you know, you might have been turned off by this. You decided that that's not what you were looking for. Oh, yeah. You're like, no, no, thank you. 10 of spades, bottom of the deck there, okay? All right, but it looks like maybe this person might be like coming back around the bend. Give me some information about this. What is this Ace of Clubs about? This is some kind of strong action that's going to be taken. There's a lot of passion behind it, all right? A lot of passion behind it. But let's see if it's just passion. What is this Ace of Clubs about? What is this Ace of Clubs about for Libra in 2024, Spirit? What is this Ace of Clubs about? All right, and that just landed on the top of this super awesome future deck back here, okay? So we'll look at that top card there too, because I feel that is going to dial in the information a bit more. 4 of spades. Yeah, you let go, okay? You let go of this. You let go of this connection, all right? You took a strong action. It was you using your fire. You walked away from this. You let go of this because you knew your sense of independence and your sense of self-worth. You had recovered, you know, your self-esteem. So you're like, fine. You want to play. You want to throw, you know, the D around, or, you know, you want to just hook up with anybody. I can let this go. I'm good on my own, you know. I think this is speaking of you, you know, took action on behalf of yourself. Well, we'll bring in this deck here, okay? But let's take that top card and see. Whew. Yeah, you knew this person was a rat, you know? You knew this person was a rat. Maybe this is somebody that's ghosted you before, or maybe something just felt shady, you know, that somebody was just being sneaky. There might have been a lot of like untrustworthy people around you in connection to this person too. And it just pushed your hackles up. You said, forget it. All right. So let's do a cut of the deck first with the playing cards here and see. Yeah, you know, you may have felt at one point like this was wish fulfillment, but this is in reverse. All right. So I think you changed your mind about this and you felt like, no, that's not what I want. All right. You backed away from this situation. You took action on behalf of yourself. You decided to invest in yourself instead. That's what I see. You know, it had everything to do with your personal self-esteem and reclaiming your fire, like not letting yourself be snuffed out or have your shine dimmed by someone else because they chose to like try to put you in some kind of like competitive situation or whatever. For some of you, you were put in a competitive situation on the job, okay? And this is about you lining up with like sort of like your dream career opportunity because you took the risk to leave behind somebody who was maybe making you a lot of promises about some kind of promotion or that they were going to really like move you to some kind of position or give you some kind of opportunity. And you decided, you know, to just let this go because this person was just jerking your chain. You may even feel that this person was just kind of like promising you these things because they wanted to land you in the sack, okay? So for some of you, you're getting to the other side of that and you made the right choice, you know, by investing in yourself. Though you may feel a little uncertain about it right now and what's up ahead, it pays off, you know, the opportunity you should have gotten comes your way, you know, but it had everything to do with you having the strength to kind of step into your own power like that and cut off what you knew was not in alignment with you, okay? You definitely had to walk away from some nonsense where somebody was playing some games. They thought it was real funny at the time. They don't think it's so funny now, right? Kind of the deck energy. King of Hearts. Okay, so again, this is that energy is transformed because we had that Queen of Hearts, okay, looking at the King of Diamonds. King of Diamonds wants to invest. King of Diamonds wants to make a commitment. Now we got King of Hearts here. And on the other side, Jack of Spades. Okay, so I feel like this is an energy that's going to come forward and is kind of like looking back at the past and all the ways that they acted really impulsively, maybe even recklessly. They're thinking twice about that. They know they got to take an action or else it's like, I don't know, you know, I feel like as 2024 unfolds, you know, I do feel like you're going to have a bit of this kind of like glow up energy. Like I said, I think you're paying more attention to your physical appearance, your physical presentation. Also, you're like, whatever you're working on, you're really looking at the aesthetics of it. This piece coming in, okay? It's the Libra thing. You're actually bringing it forward in 2024. You're ready to kind of like feel a little bit, you know, you want to feel a little bit better about yourself. Maybe that wasn't important to you for a while and you're starting to put a little bit more focus there, possibly because you're moving into a greater position of visibility, or you're having to do some kind of work where you got to pull yourself together. You can't just like, you know, roll out of bed and show up, you know. I mean, maybe you could at one point, but not at this stage of the game, right? So I do feel like you're changing something up there, and maybe that's making this person think like, uh-oh, you know, maybe I thought I could play this game a little bit longer, but I'm actually realizing if I don't, you know, make a move soon or like make it known what I'm really feeling in this situation, I could end up losing out on this. So this could be somebody finally coming forward and communicating what they feel for you, you know, actually expressing the things of their heart, coming clean, what they've been holding inside emotionally, all right? But I don't think that they're doing this impulsively. I think this was caused by them acting impulsive and reckless in the past, and because of that, sabotage what could have been a really good thing, okay? But I feel like their decision to come forward and share their emotions with you, this is not taken lightly. Like they've there's blockage around this though. I'm telling you, you do have somebody who's keeping an eye on the situation in this situation. So I kind of actually, before I dive into the super awesome future cards, and with that, you know, the blockage comes in. I'm going to pull out these shadow light cards here, okay? Because I want to see who is this person that is trying to block here. I mean, we had some Leo significators that came out, but it's on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, something's trying to create disappointment here. This is going to come to light. Somebody's been trying to create disappointment in this situation. Give me some clues, Spirit, so Libra can get a little ahead of the game here. Who is this who keeps trying to block this communication? It looks like somebody's trying to block somebody from communicating with you. They may have actually already interfered in a communication. Maybe they were supposed to deliver a message to you or something. This person actually isn't their friend, didn't deliver the message. Has their own, you know, agenda in the situation. Somebody's interfering with communication. Okay? Who is this person? Who is this person who's trying to like get in the way of Libra advancing? What's up with this? Looks like this person is stubborn. Like they're not willing to give this up. This person doesn't want to see this happen. They don't want to see you communicate with this person. I get because it has something to do with they get exposed. Once you communicate with this person, they're exposed. So it's sort of like covering their own ass. I got that vibe to it, okay? Who is this? Who is this? Tell me, Spirit, who is this? I love it when it does this. Look, it's a King of Spades in the shadow. This is an X. This is an X. They could have a strong air sign placement in their chart, actually. I got Aquarius pretty strongly with that. Could also be, could be another Libra. You could be dealing with a Libra acting in the shadow, okay? Or it could be Gemini, okay? But I feel this is somebody that's an X. It's either an X of the person that wants to step towards you, okay? Or it's somebody who is an ex of yours, all right, that's a little bitter. Any more information about that, Spirit? Ooh, and that just flew out. That flew out on top of this Page of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if you have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn ex, or if this person has an ex that's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is the person. And I say that because it landed, this card of illumination, okay, landed right on top of this card from that occult deck we were working with earlier. And the card it landed on, it looks like the bull, man. It's Page of Pentacles, okay? Big Taurus energy, front and center here. Taurus may have been the interferer, may have been interfering with the messages wanting to come through, okay, with that Page of Pentacles here. Okay. This person may have been a friend of yours, or could have been a friend of the person that was moving towards you. They may have come off like they were being helpful, or they wanted to assist, facilitate something in this connection. They acted like this person gave counsel. This person was like the shoulder to cry on. All right, got that, okay? This person's manipulated this situation. What do we got here? Yep. Boom. Outed them. I love it when this is why I pull out this deck. I love this deck. This is why I pull out my Shadow Light playing cards. This is the Joker. This is the person who is up to some funny business. There's a bit of divine play going on here. This person is going to be brought to light, okay? This is being exposed. What we got here. 8. And once this is exposed, 2 of diamonds, no more out of balance, no more confusion, no more juggling energy. There's a karmic balance happening in this situation. Okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted to get a clear view of what was going on there. Yep. This is the person who was blocking this King of Hearts from taking an action in your direction, and actually may have even caused this person to have some really like aggressive feelings towards you, I have to say. King of Hearts in the shadow, very manipulative. You know, I think they were manipulated, you know, to have, you know, sort of like some real harsh feelings towards you, okay? King of Hearts, water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yep. They didn't want you to be able to defend yourself, okay? This person was controlling a narrative around you with the 7 of clubs coming up in reverse in the shadow. It's like they wanted to make sure that you had no way to defend yourself, and so they kind of like, they spoke for you. Water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So we got water, earth in connection with this. Water, earth plays a role, could have both in their chart, actually. This could be somebody who has a strong Taurus placement in their chart, a strong water placement in their chart, right? And they were creating some kind of separation, right? Three of Swords, as well as the sense of severe loss. Like this person with the Five of Diamonds in the shadow, they wanted to see you with nothing. Absolutely nothing. Why this person hates you so much, I have no idea. They definitely were trying to block this movement, okay? They didn't want this to move forward for you, but this is coming in. This is coming in for you. You got the 10 of Hearts in the light, second time. What was separated, 2 of Hearts, is coming back together again, all right? So some opportunity, it looks like to come together with somebody is coming back around for you, all right? 55-44, there's a big change happening here. Something is being exposed that brings a cycle to a close of this fuckery, and it allows you to actually manifest this new beginning, okay? Any further information on this, Spirit, for Libra? Any further information on this, Spirit, for Libra? Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Let's get a whole novel. Why not? We'll take it, okay? Yep, this is coming in for you, all right? We got the 3 of Clubs, all right? It's been through a lot. There's been a lot to hold this back. The blockage was, here we go. We got a Queen of Clubs coming up in the shadow. 8 of Spades, okay, in the light. Okay, good, okay. 10 of Diamonds in the shadow. Okay, so this could have been somebody who was interfering in a relationship. This can be a bit of a mistress type energy when you got the Queen of Clubs coming up in the shadow. But with the 8 of Spades coming up to light, okay, this is going to be revealed that this person was trying to interfere in an already established situation with the 10 of Diamonds here, okay, in the shadow. 10 of Diamonds is usually like you're building with somebody. This person tried to come in between that, right? But you're going to get a message about this. This is going to come in about how this person has been blocking forward progression in this situation, all right? They were an option, all right? And they were also creating confusion in this situation with the 7 of Hearts coming up in the shadow. They were trying to block growth and further development in this connection. They did not want you to get this opportunity and this new beginning with the Ace of Diamonds coming up in the shadow. And you're going to become very clear about this third party interference. This is what's coming to light. They were trying to block your material prosperity as well, and may have even done something to affect your work, all right? But this is your personal finances. This person wanted you to experience a lot of loss. This is being reversed because this information is coming in, and I'm telling you, you should have already received this. That's what I got. This was held back by interference. But in 2024, what was held back by the interference of others in 2023, it's coming in for you, all right? It's been through a lot, all right? It took a lot to get here, but it's finally coming through for you, all right? Let's do a super awesome future card and get kind of like an overarching theme for Libra in 2024. What is the overarching theme for Libra in 2024? Looks like finishing up, you know, it's like hangover, clear up work in the opening months. But once this gets underway, you know, it feels like you reclaim, you know, what should have already been yours. That's what it feels like. Something came along and rerouted, rerouted what was supposed to come in for you, but it's not going to be held back in 2024. Yeah, this was due to some disloyalty that you dealt with, okay? This is coming to an end. You did have some people that you thought were loyal to you that were working against you, unfortunately. But it looks like this is a time when all that's being kind of brought out in the open. You're getting to the other side of it, Libra. All right, what is the overarching theme for Libra in 2024? I can't make it up. The Secret in reverse, okay? This is what I got for you, man. The secret's out, cat's out of the bag. The truth is going to be revealed. And this is what gets coming in for you, what was meant to come in for you before. You got a bright future in store, but it's on All will be revealed. They can't stop it.